Hello, good morning. This is Eric, Dr. Chow, Dr. Eric Chow. Today, I would like to talk about the Cal Poly SLO, St. Louis Obispo, their college admission criteria called multiple criteria admission. The reason why I'm interested in this topic is because this gentleman, Mr. Zhong, was rejected by 16 colleges and then only be admitted by UT Austin and U of Maryland. These two are very good schools, so congratulations to him. And I think that he will be very successful. Either he go to the Google or choose to go to college this year. Okay, so that's not a problem. But he was hired by Google after the admission result was revealed. But anyway, I have to say one thing that Google recruitment has nothing to do with the college admission. So these are two separate issues. So don't get these things mixed. And I don't think that it's a good idea to play the race card over here as well. Everybody are working very hard in high school. So those universities have set up very fair standard for students. So you need to play by the rule, okay? Don't always complain about the race issue. Okay, here I'm going to talk about his profile and also possible reason of why those universities didn't choose him as a good student to join the universities. So first, let's look at his GPA. He reported a GPA of 4.42 weighted and 3.97 unweighted. So based on the unweighted GPA, we can see that probably he's a 1B student. That means that he actually had a B in certain course over his 3 years of the study at his Gang High School. So very good, okay, almost perfect score, so that's nothing to criticize. And then the extra honor point for weighted score, that's 0.42. 0.42, if we divide it by 22 semesters, that means that he has roughly around 9 to 10 courses with the honor point. So let's take the 10 honor semester as for the following calculation. Okay, and this 22 is considered that you have 10 semester in sophomore, 11 semester in junior. Okay, 10 because you may have 2 semester of the physical education. Okay, anyway, these are my calculation, and that's roughly 5 subjects in AP or honor. Let's assume that there is one honor, say English 11, or one honor pre-calculus, so only one. Then he took at least or at most 4 AP and must be less than 5 AP. So roughly he will be less than 5 AP because based on the number he has, he may have 2 honors, 3 AP, or 1 honor, 4 AP, or 0 honor, 5 AP. That's the possible combination that he took for honor and AP count. So his AP count is not really high. It's considered to be lower for people who compete for the top universities. Okay, anyway, remember this number, he's roughly 5 subjects, 10 semester for the honor courses. Okay, now let's look at the St. Louis Obispo's past admission condition. Right now, every year, the applicant is roughly around more than 54K. Okay, this is 21, and 22, 23 is more. Admitted around 10,000, so that's actually roughly less than 20% of the admission rate. This university-wise data. Engineering school will be higher, and then CS will be even higher. So this one is the data of different school, and engineering school, you have this data, okay, enroll data, enroll less than 10%. but these are still not the computer science department that he applied for. So right here, let's look at the GPA. This is 8th semester kept GPA. So his 10th semester will need to take another 2 semesters out. Okay. So Cal Poly's GPA for average student is this much compared to Berkeley. Berkeley is higher. So Cal Poly is more comparable to UC Davis, UC Santa Barbara, UC San Diego, or UC Irvine. Is a little bit higher than the Santa Cruz. So roughly, you have to treat Cal Poly as a middle end UC. Okay, so here we have more information that Cal Poly's computer sciences have a lot of demand by the student, so they have faculty shortage. Besides that, only 200 out of 6,000 applicants, 3% will enroll in Cal Poly. So the program is very competitive, and every year that's roughly 5 to 10% admission. This is the year 2018. So right now, even lower. So you have to think about the competition already as high as any of the Ivy school. If you want to get admitted to Cal Poly's computer science, almost as hard or even harder than the Ivy League schools. Okay, now let's look at first numbers from the San Jose State, the eligibility index. So let's look at this one. This one actually, up to the year 2021, they start to adopt the GPA times 800 plus a lot of criteria, okay? Usually the student doesn't have these, okay? So based on GPA times 800, they will determine whether you will go in or not. If you are Santa Clara County, then you have 200 points extra. If you serve military, you have 40 points. If you are low income, you have 40 points. If you are first generation, you have 40 points. But these are different extra points for special students. So don't consider this. Roughly, you based on your GPA to get admitted. So what kind of GPA is good enough to get into San Jose State's computer science? So right here, computer science is 3,440. Okay, and how good this one is? Okay, is by this calculation is roughly GPA 4.3. But this one is the 8th semester kept. This gentleman has a 10th semester GPA. That's a 4.42. So let's assume that he give up another 0.6 point. It can be roughly 4.36. Then my prediction is that he will be admitted to San Jose State Computer Science. But unfortunately, he didn't apply for San Jose State. But I think he has a good chance to get in. Next one, let's look at the Cal Poly SLO. Okay, Cal Poly St. Louis Obispo. They have this multiple criteria admission. So this one, actually, you can find this MCA in the website. And then, okay, website, phone, whatever, more informations. Okay, so right here, let's look at its admission ACT condition in 2018. But you need to remember that these are low right now, okay? It already been higher for the recent years. This is 2018. Okay, so what is the multiple criteria admission? Basically, you based on 4 categories of the score. Your academic, this still remain. The course trends, this still remain. SAT, this one dropped, but it was replaced by the extra criteria, such as the local, okay, first generation, free waiver, okay, military, and maybe gender as well, okay. So these have been replaced. And extra curriculum, okay, it had also considered extra curriculum. But let's look at how this number plays out. So you use a GPA times 800 is the same, okay? It take up about half of the score for your college application at the Cal Poly, okay? No, this is no problem. So minimum requirement, 8 semester English, 2 years of the algebra, 1 year geometry, this is actually 2 years of foreign language, 2 years of lab science, 2 years of history, and 1 year of performing arts. So these are the minimum requirements for the academic performance. And then if you want to look at the bonus course trends, okay, English, if you have 10 semesters, this means that you have AP literature or AP Lang, you'll get 100 points. Algebra, no. Geometry, no. Foreign language, if you have AP, A semester, that means AP Chinese, AP Spanish, you have another 100 points. Lab science, 200 points. A semester, so you need to have honor bio, honor chem, AP chem, AP physics. Then this is A semester. You got 200 points. History, no. But history, remember, this is Cal Poly, so they don't emphasize on history. But if you apply UC, yes, this one will give you extra points. Performing arts, 2 years, 50 points. So this one's AP's 2D studio, AP 3D studio. Okay, R type of AP. And then advanced math. If you have AP ComSci A, AP Calculus BC, AP Stat. One thing you need to remember is that AP ComSci principle counted as the lab science. Okay, so overall, this is one subject in AP, one subject in AP in foreign language, 2 subjects in lab science, 3 subjects in math. So totally you need at least 6 AP to get all the points. Okay, I'm sorry, here performing art, one more. So it's a 7 AP if you want to get the full score on here. But you will be kept by 750. And this gentleman only have 4 to 5 AP, so he will lose about 200 points out of his course strength. Okay, 200 points. So he lost 200 points in this category compared to the top student. Okay, now let's look at another issue. His GPA is 4.4. Compared to a person who has a 4.6. Okay, so there is a 0.2 difference times 800. So he will lose 160 if he compared to a person who has 4.6 GPA. So he lost 160 here. Okay, he lost 160 here and lost another 200 in this course strength. That's totally around 360. Okay, now SAT we don't count. And then work experience and the extracurricular. This one take up 350. So he has something like Google whole competition that maybe 100 points. But he lost 360 in other categories. Not enough to make up the deficiency. Okay, not enough for him to make up his loss. Okay, so here, if you look at the website, you can find this Cal Poly MCA calculator. So you fill in your GPA. Okay, these two will no longer count. Okay, and then course load kept at 750. So these are the semester you want to fill out. So AP you feel like 10, okay, or 12 or 14 semesters, including how many AP you have. Left science, same thing, okay? And then English, you have AP Lit or AP Then, you can fill out more, okay? So usually you lost point on foreign language, art, or maybe science, some of it, okay? But history here, no extra point, but in UC, they will put into the formula. Okay, so right here, also the extra curriculum and the paid work, okay? This one, 150. So his competition may add 100 point here, but not enough not enough. Some people have more activity, okay? And extra criteria, as far as I know, he may not have the veteran or legacy, okay, or local area. Okay, so basically, I don't think that he actually earned too much point in this extra criteria. So these are the Cal Poly MCA. Okay, so this give you the idea of how colleges calculating the points when they go to the computer round, first round of the filtering out student, how you should prepare yourself to be able to have some advantage. Next, I'm going to talk about UC 13 admission factors. So I based on the data from UC Davis, and these are the minimum. These are not the required. These are the minimum. Okay, and then we have the 14, now 13 because the SAT got removed. So GPA, post-planted, okay, honor course, and then performance in academic achievement, okay. And these are what included in MCA, but some of them is not included in MCA. So UC has a bigger formula, including more factors compared to the Cal Poly's model. But roughly, UC is still based on the MCA type of a model. Okay, so if you are low in your basic model, you are not going to jump out too much. Okay, these are the 2021 numbers. These numbers are a subject kept, so not really useful. So here, let's look at the UC Berkeley's later in science 2022. They have almost 6,000 applicants at the mid 166, at the admission rate 2.87. And this is going up for 2023, go more than 6,000, at the mid only 100, drop to 2.3%. Okay, engineering school is they have 12,000 applicants, about 500 at the meeting. So this one actually is harder than the LSCS because they need to take more physics. So it will self-screen out many applicants. Okay, so even though the admission rate is lower than, is higher than the LSCS, but because of sales filtering for the applicants, the X can be harder than computer science to get in. Okay, here's a College of Engineering School. For the student who over the GPA 4.6, they are more than actually 13,000 of them. So he's a 4.4442. If applies through the engineering school, he almost has no chance. Okay, he almost has no chance. Here, the numbers still some people got admitted here, but you have to consider this is not X. Okay, maybe civil engineering, maybe some other engineering discipline. Okay. So the top X student, 500 something, should be around this range. Okay, same for LNS. You see more than 4.6. They are more than 28,000. Okay. and CS only admit 166. So almost impossible that his 4.42 had any chance at all. Okay, so these are my analysis. Hopefully it will be useful to most of the students. Remember, they will use the big formula to screen out many students. So to survive that, you have to optimize your score in each category. Okay, thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.